All right, what he has to say is actually very interesting.
Bro, I'm starting to think as an artist, networking is a bad thing. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but just follow me for a second. Hear me out. So listen, let's remember, the business world and the art world are not the same thing. They're adjacent, they're parallel, but they only go hand in hand when you're looking to make a career out of your art. Think about it, right? In the business world, it's about what value do I provide to the market that I can then monetize? Fair? In the art world, it's about what do I create that touches another person, that makes you feel something, that makes you want to connect to me. You see the difference? So when you're networking, right? Think about it as an artist. How many times have you went to an event or you went somewhere with the goal of networking, right? Networking is a business term. Networking is I have some business that I'm looking to progress, so I'm searching for assets that can help me. And maybe I'll help them as well, but you're really looking to benefit yourself. You want people to pay you money is the ultimate goal, right? In the art world, the goal, unless you're just business minded, the goal is to find people that genuinely enjoy the art that you create, whether it's music, whether you paint, maybe you're a video person, maybe you do clothes. You're looking for people that genuinely like what you create. So when you're an artist and you going somewhere with the idea to network, you're basically looking for people that you can use. You're not looking to genuinely, truly connect with somebody through your art. You're going in the building thinking, how many followers does this person have? Are they signed? Can they do something for me? How much clout do they got? How good do they work the stage? Can they benefit me? It's not, I really enjoy this person's music and I think they will like mine. Let me connect. Am I making sense? I don't know. I'm kind of just figuring this out as I'm saying it, but it kind of, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, it just create these weird relationships where essentially you're surrounding yourself around people that only want to use you.
All right. I got to agree. I have to agree. Because throughout my years of going to all the record pools, artist showcases, all that stuff like that, I never really achieved nothing at all. I never achieved anything. And pretty much all of the artists that were there pretty much never achieved anything, especially if you were just like a person who paid to come into the event and you were there basically a spectator of the bigger artists that the event booked. Like, I never worked with anybody from any one of those networking events or anything like that. A lot of the people who I had worked through were people that I pretty much met either via word of mouth or somebody brought them to me or something like that. Even from my lawyer to even my publishing company, it was brought to me through my A&R. Like, I never really met any of the artists. Like, none of the artists I've ever been involved with any big records, I never met them at any type of record pool, artist showcase, or anything like that. Not at all. And then once you get to a lot of these showcases and stuff, it just seems like it's a big money grab to me, just to be honest. You go in there and you're meeting other people that are like you, but they're pretty much there to promote themselves to you, and you're pretty much promoting yourself to them. So it's kind of like a stalemate in a situation. And the art kind of gets lost in a lot of these networking events. You know what I'm saying? The art does get lost. Now, I will say this. Have I ever listened to anybody's music and stuff like that from these networking events? Yes, because I'm a producer. So, of course, I was trying to find artists who I could potentially work with. But then a lot of those times, those artists, when you would try to reach back or something, either sometimes the phone would be cut off or they almost didn't seem like they were interested in even working with me because I was not a big name at the time. However, I can say that as an artist and, well, me as a producer and some of you guys as artists and producers, I think a lot of times we go to a lot of these events not really expecting too much anyway. I think a lot of times we just want people to hear what we got going on. That's why people, still print up flyers and people will take your information, go to your IG and all that stuff like that, because I think truthfully told, a lot of artists pretty much kind of expect that it ain't really going to be nothing. I just really kind of getting out to see what's kind of going on. Now, certain networking events are pretty cool, like NAMM. That's a cool event because it's a different type of networking event because it's more or less a showcase of products. So like when I go to NAMM, I want to see what the new products are from the products that I've already seen. So like I want to go out there and see new speaker companies, see new microphone companies, see new interfaces, see stuff that is not even hit, the market yet, and hopefully network with those companies to where I could bring certain things to my channel, which my other channel, which my Bolo the producer channel, my main big channel. I try to, showcase that stuff on that channel. So yes, me going to NAMM is a good networking experience. And for any type of artist or engineer or producer or whatever, NAMM is a great place to go because you get to see all of the new products. That is much different than going to like an artist showcase where you have 500 artists there and you're trying to showcase your art in front of 500 other artists that really don't care about what you got going on. They're really there to advance themselves or try to find people to advance them. Now, is there anything wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that. But we all know that with most of these DJ pools and artist showcases, it's all about the advancement for yourself. It's not for anybody else, or it's a way for you to try to make a dollar. That's pretty much it. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it if that's what you're trying to do. But I feel what the brother is saying right here by saying that art and business is two separate things. However, I will say this. When you make music for people and people consume your music, in a sense, they are still using you. Because let's just say you make music that makes people happy. And let's just say it might be a particular person who hears your music that might be having a bad day and they resonate with your music and they say, man, that music just made me feel so much better. Or you may make music that just resonates with people that are going through the same things that you're talking about in your song and they just kind of agree with what you're doing and it gives them comfort and it makes them feel at ease, okay? Or you might make some music that makes people want to go out here and just do shoot 'em up, bang, bang. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But people use you. They use you to help themselves out. So regardless if you're making music to make money or you're just making music for people to hear you, at the end of the day, you're going to be used at some point. That's just how this thing works. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter which way you try to go with it. If you are doing any type of art, you are giving yourself up for somebody to use your art in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Even if you're the type of person who likes to get spray paint and tag buildings and stuff like that. So the thing about that is when you tag a certain building, now when somebody sees it, and they can sit here and look at it, and they're like, dang, why did they do that? What's going on? Okay, that's kind of cool. It's whatever. And then now they're using that piece of art to either talk about it, to either like it, to either love it, despise of it, whatever. They're still using what you did in their own way. So regardless of what you do, your art will be used by someone else. Now, if you're somebody who just makes music in the bedroom or at your crib, or you might have a studio or something, you're just doing it for yourself, that's one thing. But usually most people who do music, they want other people to hear their art. So they usually will put it up on platforms or try to sell it. Most of the people that are making music are trying to make money off the music. And networking is cool if you network the right way. And what I'm saying by this is, if you network in a way to where you're trying to find somebody specifically. If you're trying to find a specific lawyer that helps you out, then you want to search out the best lawyers. You need to go and network with people and try to find out who's the best lawyer. If you're trying to find out who's the best mixing engineer, then you want to go out and search for the best mixing engineer. You have to network, you have to get up with people and find this stuff out, okay? If you want to find the best manager, you're going to have to get out here, talk to people, network with people, and find that, because this is on that, what he was saying, the business side of situations. So you can network that way, which is cool, because now you're actually doing research on what you're trying to accomplish. And at the end of the day, they're giving you a service for what you need. So that type of networking is cool. But going out to a lot of these different record pools and stuff like that is cool. But I think right now in this day and age, it's pretty much not really needed. I'm just being honest with you. And I know some people might get upset, but it's not really that much of a needed thing anymore, because the internet has brought so many things closer together, and it's pretty much got rid of the middleman. So now you don't need certain things to kind of advance your career, because right now you can do everything right here online, and I'm proof of that, okay? I've never did any of the big like artist showcases with any of the artists I work with. I never did like the record pool situations. Like I went there one time, like the really big one. It's because the record label wanted us there, but it didn't really contribute to the success of the record like that, because a lot of the stuff that we were doing were actually done in tandem with one of our aggregates at the time, which was at TuneCore, and they were helping us out with a nice situation that they had brought together to get my biggest record to where it needed to be. But yeah, I'm just being honest, man. Like he's right. He's right. If you're there to try to, showcase your music, a lot of these networking events and a lot of stuff like that, me personally, I don't feel like it's really going to help out too much. I think you can take that time and money into just getting the best music and everything done, having it sounding really good, and using that to market that in certain ways. And if you do want to get out and find certain people, I would say do research on certain people and then try to get to them that way. And then once your music or whatever, your art gets to a certain point, people will start coming to you, because once you start doing research on the right people and you get to the right people and they can help out what you're doing, then what's going to happen is people are going to start doing research on you and they're going to start reaching back, which that's the best way to go. So yeah, I agree with them. And, if you're just somebody who's just doing this for fun, hey, do it for fun, but just still know that you're still going to be used either way.